Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. So for those of you who are new, my name is Christiane, otherwise known here as IHEARTAIRBRUSH, and today we're going to dive into a full face look. It's been a while since I've done a full face look and actually talked through it. I'm going to be doing the full look using the Dinair 1. I have not done a video just using the Dinair 1 and a full face video where I'm actually sitting down and talking with you guys. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out prior to me putting out my final thoughts video, which will be following this video coming up. Yeah, coming after this video, you know what I'm saying, right? Anyways, if you are interested in seeing a full face look using the Dinair 1, as well as getting maybe some tips and tricks through it, because I can't help myself, I have to teach through every video. It's just a thing that I do. I try not to be so like teachy in it, but it just kind of happens. So if you are interested in seeing a full face look using the Dinair 1 from me, of course, then please keep on watching. Let's go ahead and get into the look. So Valentine's Day is coming up and I kind of want to do something with purples. I'm running out of breath. It's been so long since I've done this. I have to remember to breathe. Anyways, I wanted to do something with purples. It's been a long time since I actually got to play with like all purples. So I kind of want to go for like maybe like a monochromatic moment using purple shades, or at least like pinky purples, kind of going in that realm. So I'm going to go ahead and dish out a look using the majority of purple shades, kind of soft, sweet, you know, Valentine's Day inspired. And then we're just going to go in with the base routine. Yeah, using the Dinair 1. So this is the Dinair 1. As you can see, this is not a Dinair airbrush. This is actually the Kett 25mm airbrush. This is the airbrush that I've kind of been addicted to lately just because I spend most of my time concealing. And this one gives you a really nice, fine, smooth spray every single time. So I like to use it for concealing. And because I use it for concealing, I tend to just use it for everything else because I'm kind of lazy. So, yeah, this is the airbrush that I'm going to be using for this routine. I have nothing on my face right now. I didn't do any prep or anything. I find that I didn't need it, and nor do I want to do that much prep to my skin because, truthfully, my skin has kind of suffered just a little bit. And I'm trying to make sure I'm not using too many products, especially having to touch my skin so much, while everything's kind of clearing up and getting balanced again. So I'm just going to go in and start concealing, like so. I went a little heavy-handed there, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that off before it sets down. And yeah, we're just going to conceal this face. I need a little more because I do want to kind of cancel out that discoloration on my lid. Just kind of diffuse it out because I'm going to be using like brighter colors. So I want to make sure that you can like see those brighter colors, you know. There we go. We're just going to click it off to make sure I don't waste the battery life. Okay, we don't want to waste the battery life. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flush out my airbrush and we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with the Neutralizing Camouflage line one more time. If you've seen my Skin But Better video, I will put a card right up here or right up here, depending on which side. I don't really know which side it is. One of these sides, there'll be a card that is going to pop up if you want to go ahead and see my Skin But Better routine. This is pretty much going to be the base of my makeup looks from here on out, just because I like a light wear, you know. But yeah, I absolutely love this routine that I've created for myself and I'm the most comfortable with it. So we're just going to go ahead and roll with that. So now I'm getting into Honey Beige to kind of even out my skin tone from the same Neutralizing Camouflage line, if I didn't already say that. I start to get a little nervous and I kind of get off topic, but I'll do my best to like reel myself in. When I talk that way I'm not so like flustered. I'm actually going to click this off and like pin my hair back because it's like kind of driving me nuts right now. So I'm just gonna like, you know, get it back, girl. And then start to even out my skin tone in the areas where I have a lot of discoloration. So it's like right here, around my jaw, above the brow, and just kind of even out the tone. Now, anytime I use a neutralizing camouflage line, I like to flush out my airbrush and kind of give it a nice clean with a detail brush. If you have not seen my how to maintain your airbrush videos, whether you're using Dinair or Temp 2, standard airbrush, same difference. I will go ahead and place cards for those videos up here so that you can go ahead and check those out if you are interested in knowing how I maintain them in between uses and of course during a use. Alright, so I'm going to save that battery by clicking it off. You're going to see me clicking the compressor off quite often just to kind of, you know, save the battery life. I'm kind of in the habit of that, which is a good habit to have, especially with any handheld device. So the next thing I'm going to go in with here is foundation, and for foundation we're going to be using the Colair Radiance line from Dinair. I love this line. I just love the finish that it gives. Honestly, it's been my favorite. I've strayed away a little bit, 7 drops. I strayed away a little bit and then I came back to it and it's like, why did I ever stop using it? Just because I love the finish of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation like so, just to give myself a little bit of extra coverage, because you know this is like a holiday look. We want to go a little extra. Okay, so next I'm going to go in and conceal, and for that I'm going to use cream concealer. This is NARS Radiant and Creamy. I could use Airbrush, but I'm not going to. Simple as that. So I'm just going to go in just with a little bit, and then I'm going to take a little buffing brush and just kind of lightly buff that in. Just like so. Let me take a little bit more. Just outside there. Just right here. It's just a little bit darker. Just like, okay. Alright, so back to the airbrush. So next I'm going to go in with blush, and for my blush I'm going to be using Desert Rose. That is from Dinair's Glamour line. Love this shade. There was 1 drop and I had extra. Okay, and for contour and bronzer, I'm flushing out my airbrush, that's why it's still on. For contour and bronzer, I'm just going to go in with Dinair Soft Glow line in the shade Dark Almond. You can use Dark Almond from any of the lines. It's a foundation shade, so they have it across all 4 lines. 5 lines, 6 lines. They have so many lines geared for all kinds of different needs. But I'm using the Soft Glow line here. I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up the forehead. Carve out the nose just a little bit. Add a little bit of tan to the cheek, to the ear area. I like to apply my bronze to the ear area. And then a little bit to the chin. There you are. I need a little more. Went too ham. Put it on the chin and then under the jawline. And just kind of sweep it. There we go. Okay. And next I'm going to go in with the eyes before I apply highlighter, just because I don't want the highlighter to kind of get everywhere, just in case my angle's off or anything. So for the eyes, we're going to go in with a bunch of different purple shades, so I'll go through them as we use them, of course. Let me dust out my brows though, because this is kind of throwing me off. There we go. Alright, so let's go in with the eyes. So I'm going to scoot you in a little bit closer and we will get into it. Okay, I can't tell if it's clear or not. Hopefully it is. Alright, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is the Transition shade. Actually, the first shade I'm going to go in with is the shade I'm going to put in the crease area, just a little bit above it. I feel like that's the thing to do. I feel like that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that shade is going to be from the Glamour line. This is Cutie Pie. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Cutie Pie. Okay, and then we're just going to make sure the skin is stretched. I got a lot of texture on the eyelids, so we want to make sure the skin is stretched. And I'm just going to go ahead and start laying that down in a wide spray pattern there, like so. So it's nice, like soft and diffused. As you can see, it applies very sheer at first, but if you take your time building it up, you can get like a nice, like almost like pastel purple hue. Okay, the next shade I'm going to go in with is a Glamour shade Bronze Rose. I'm just going to go in with this shade here. And I'm going to put that in the transition area, just above where I laid down that Cutie Pie. This one's a little bit more nudie pink, a little bit softer. Just going to add some dimension by applying that there. Almost like creating a gradient. Concentrating it on the inner. There we go. And then just applying it up and blending it down. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the shade Nova. That's also a Dinair Glamour shade. Make sure all the liquid is out. I flushed my airbrush in between shades, as you can see here. I just find that it works a lot better when I do that, so I like to do it, you know. Okay, so now with Nova, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that on the lid. So I'm gonna kind of pull the skid taut on the inner portion there. Looks seamless. There we go. And then we're just going to apply this all over the lid. Trying not to scrunch my eyes so much. Get a nice smooth application. Make sure they're even on both eyes, man. You want the same amount of depth on both. And on this eye, I have like more, like my eyelid folds more, so I have to be mindful of that. Okay, and then we just want to kind of like feather it out toward the ends there, because we want kind of like smoky. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to apply some to the lower lash line now, might as well. So the next shade I'm going to go in with now is Be Mine. So now I'm going to be taking Be Mine. Looks like this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Looks like this. This is one of my all-time favorite shades that Dinair has put out, just because I love purples. Just a drop of that. And I'm going to apply that on the lid for some dimension. Blending it up. See, I blend it up for the transition. Concentrating a lot on the mobile lid. Blending up just in the middle there. Okay, and then I'm going to apply it in the middle of the lower lash line too. Okay, and I'm going to throw in a little curveball here because I'm not going to use my highlighter shade on the tear duct, which I would normally do. I'm going to pick a different shade because I think it would go better with the vibe. So here I'm going to be taking Dinair Colair Opalescent shade Cashmere. Looks like this. Very pretty. Yes, we're going to be taking that one and applying that on the tear duct as a highlight. It's got a nice, real pretty pink hue to it. Very shimmery. So we're just going to apply that to the tear duct. Staying light and building it up. Oh yeah. It's gonna add a lot of dimension when the light hits my eyes. And I'll show you with like flash on my face at the end if I have some time. I'm even going to just kind of flick my airbrush, get some of those sparkle particles on the lid. There we go. Oh yeah, that's it, honey. That is it. Okay, so now I'm going to clean out my airbrush. Got to flush that out because that shade is very high in the glitter shimmer department. So we want to make sure to flush that out real good. Listen to the sound of your airbrush. Usually the sound will tell you if your airbrush is running properly and everything's going good. So you want to make sure to listen to your airbrush. Alright, so that is it for the shadow. I'm going to zoom you out and then finish off the rest of the face. Maybe do the brows and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and zoom you out. Hopefully I'm in focus. Alright, so now that you're zoomed out, let's go ahead and apply highlights to the face. And for the highlighter, I'm going to be using That's Just Peachy. It's like my go-to highlighter. I love That's Just Peachy and Shine On You. Those are my two favorite highlighters from the Colair Opalescent highlighters. So I'm just going to go ahead. You can use any opalescent shade or any shimmer shade as a highlighter too. It's not limited to just the opalescent highlighters. You can pretty much use whatever shade you want. I'm going to go ahead and apply the That's Just Peachy highlighter to the cheekbones like so. To the bridge of my nose, just add a little glow there. Not too much, you know, just a little. The Cupid's bow, really highlight that. I always go over the cheekbone twice. Okay, a little bit on the brow bone too. Why not? There you go. And I always apply highlighter to the neck and to the chest. Always. I want my body to have a glow too. She needs to glow too. So I'm gonna get that highlighter out of my brush by flushing it out. Okay, and then we're gonna go in and do the brows, and I want to do the brows nice and soft, but we'll see where it goes because I usually end up saying that I want to do it nice and soft, but when I airbrush my brows I end up going overboard. So we'll try to keep it soft today. Normally I would use a pencil, but you know, we're using the Dinair one today, so let's just do the full thing. Let's do the full shebang. Let's go there. So for my air brow shade, I'm mixing two shades together. I'm mixing the shade Walnut with the shade Black Charcoal because I actually ran out of the shade that I use for my brows. And I'm not going to repurchase it just yet. I want to wait until I run out of a little bit more stuff before I place my order, because you know your girl don't want to pay shipping twice. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait on that and kind of use what I have. So I take 2 drops of Walnut and I mix in 1 drop of Black Charcoal just to deepen it up a little bit. So we have 2 Walnut, 1 Black Charcoal, my perfect brow shade, close to perfect brow shade. Just going to mix that up nice in the cup just by back bubbling like so. Covering the front. See them bubbles? It's called back bubbling. And I'm going to take my brow stencil, not wasting my battery life while I look for the stencil. Here it is, 8C stencil. I'm going to apply this to the tail end of the brow. Start working on it. Filling it in. Just slightly, not too much. I'm not really into like the super overdone brow anymore. I'm kind of over it. So I don't like to fill it in too much. But I like there to be a shape, you know. And I just realized I need to groom this brow. Oh my gosh, she is like wild right now. This sister is just not happy. She's like having issues in her life and she's running rampant, growing hairs all over the place, lacking body. So because that's a lot thicker on the end, I'm gonna make this side thicker. By adding some extra shadowing there, so we can get them looking alike. And this is what I mean. Anytime I airbrush my eyebrows, this is what ends up happening. I end up going like over and having it a lot more bolder than I intended it to be. But it's cool. Maybe next time I'll make sure to groom my brows prior to filling them in with the airbrush. But yeah, that's my brows. That's where I'm gonna leave them. Flush out my airbrush and I'll be right back, and then we'll do liner. Okay, and to polish the brows just a little bit more, I'm going to be adding the Glossier Boy Brow. I'm not going to be using the one that's black though, because my eyebrows are very filled in right now, and like I said, I like it a little bit more natural, so I'm not going to add any more pigment to it. So I'm going to go in with the Boy Brow from Glossier in clear, just to kind of groom the brow hairs so that they're kind of like laying in the direction that I want the hairs to lay into. All right, so I would like to say that I would stop here and then just do some mascara, maybe a lash, most likely not a lash because your girl has not been into wearing lashes lately. I am trying to grow my lashes out, and I really don't like putting glue, things that are difficult to get off of that area and may clog my lash pores, you know. We don't like to put anything that would clog that there, which is making me feel like maybe I should not. No, I think I might airbrush it today. Let's just go all in. Let's be extra. Let's airbrush our liner today. So I'm not going to airbrush a wing because I like the shape that I created using just a shadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and create just a simple liner just to define the lash line using Dinair Glamour Jet Black. Make sure that's spraying out smoothly. And we're just gonna, there we go. See, a little natural. Do you want to see up close? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'll do this eye and then I'll zoom you in. You see up close on that eye. I do have airliner videos where it's like a really old video, but I do show you how to do airbrush eyeliner with stencils. If you're interested in that, I'll put it in a card. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the liner like that because I kind of want it to cut off right there. All right, and I will zoom you in like I said to show you this eye. It's really simple. It's just a matter of lining up the stencil where you want to spray and then spraying. My other eye is bugging out and I need that eye to see, so oh. Are they evenly rounded in the same form? Let's see. This one might need a little more height. Right there, you know. And we'll bring her down. To the lashes. Like so. You sweet? Okay, good. Okay, and then I'm going to just add a little bit on the outer corner of the lower lash line to kind of, you know, make everything cohesive. Not too much, you know, just a little something. A little something, something. Okay, and now for mascara, we're just gonna coat the lashes like so. I'm not gonna curl them, because like I said, I'm trying to grow my lashes out and I don't want to put a lot of stress on the lashes or the follicle. So I'm just going to coat them. And this is not a waterproof mascara. Okay. And then I'm going to give them a little lift after everything is said and done and it's kind of set down a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some mascara on the lower lash line, which I've been into doing lately. Yes, sir. We're gonna go ahead and let this mascara set a little bit while we decide what is gonna go on with this lip situation. So I did not decide a lip color prior to sitting down to film. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick one out. And I think for the lip color today, decisions. I've been loving going in with the lip pencil and then topping it off with a gloss. I think I'm gonna do that today. But which lip pencil? You know what? I think I want to do this one. As you can see, this is my favorite one because, hello, it's like a nub now. It's almost a nub. It's reaching nub status. So I'm going to go in with that one. Will it pair well with this? Yeah, because this is a little bit brighter. So let's do that. So this is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner. I'm assuming it says color because that part's cut off. You know, I've had this for a real long time. It's the Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade 04 All Natural. So we're just gonna go ahead and, you know, give the lips a little once. And we're just going to give it a line and a fill. Little quickie peel. And then I'm going to go in with Dose of Colors Gloss in the shade Almond Butter. Little there. Very nudie, very pink. Just gotta get close to the ridges there on the tippy top. Hello there. Hello there. Give a little juice to the lips. Okay, so just gonna go ahead and give the final touches now, and then we're gonna come out and kind of wrap up this video. So just give me a second. Uno momento, por favor. All right, wrapped it up, put it all together, and this is the finished look. I like it. I love how the eyes came out. I feel like the eyes came out very sultry. I love the soft smoky, the soft liner and everything. It looks really like natural vibe, but you know, a little smoke on it. To me, this is like what eyeshadow is kind of about. It's like, you know, either the eyeshadow is the star or the eyeliner is the star. So when I'm putting on eyeshadow, I like for the eyeshadow to be the star, and I do like to go a little bit lighter on the liner, especially when I'm doing smoky looks like this. And I think that it works and it looks really beautiful, and I love the look on myself, of course. So yeah, I absolutely love how this look turned out. It's nice, soft, and sweet. Definitely perfect for Valentine's Day. I would rock this for Valentine's Day. I think this might be the direction I'm gonna go for the Valentine's Day this year. Full face look using the Dinair one. Finally, you saw the talk through video, full face using this bad boy right here. My final thoughts will be coming soon on the Dinair one, of course, after this video goes up and everything. I'm actually going to go ahead and film it right after this, so you'll see these two videos back to back with each other. So hopefully it'll give you a good insight about my thoughts about the Dinair one. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it inspiring and helpful, because not only do we want to inspire, but we also want to be helpful here as well, because airbrush makeup is not something that is huge. Not everybody is doing it. So those of us who are doing it, of course, we want to be as helpful as possible. So if you are interested in airbrush makeup, you know, you'll be able to do it with ease. So yeah, hopefully you found this video inspiring and helpful once again, because I repeat myself so many freaking times all the time. Anyways, if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. Sharing this video also helps me out a ton. So if you do have the platform for it, please share this video. It would help me out and I would be very appreciative. And as always, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, or if you choose to subscribe and you want to get notifications on when I post videos, make sure to hit that bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you can get notified anytime I post a video. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you are not already following me on Instagram. The tag is IHEARTAIRBRUSH for more inspiration, more tips, tricks, and just inspiration, not only with makeup and beauty, but also on the inside, you know, the emotions. I post a lot of that stuff in my stories. So if you want to be encouraged and you want to feel them self-love, self-care vibes, make sure you follow my story. All right, that is about it for now. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.